So you would not accept Swedish or
Actually,
Nordic tribes?
I probably would.
Right, you would tolerate their Islam, and for them to say it wouldn't go against your.
That would ever happen.
It wouldn't go. But it wouldn't. Hypothetically, would it go against your utopia of having a homeland that reflects you?
I wouldn't want them to be Muslim.
No.
Why is that? That's interesting. That's interesting because
Islam is a Middle Eastern religion.
Okay, and now that you landed,
And Christianity.
I'm not necessarily a Christian either.
So
Christianity is a Middle Eastern religion as well, you know that.
Well, listen, my people historically haven't followed Islam.
No, Christianity. We're talking about Christianity.
but how do you feel about Christianity?
Christianity
That's a
is a
good point. How do you
Middle
feel?
Don't mind that.
Okay.
I understand what you're going to say. Oh, that's also a Middle Eastern European.
No, yeah, it is. It very is.
Is it not?
I understand. Like, it's not about. It's
Okay,
about
what
my
about-
people have
So
adopted
this is when you talk about
Christianity.
European gentrification, right? Because you understand that Christianity was actually a Middle Eastern culture that was brought into Europe and adopted. So
I'm not
Appropriated.
necessarily a
So
Christian.
you'll be happy for the Islam to happen as well. So you might be on the page of many of these people. You might actually be on the same page because many of them might actually want Islam to go through Europe. So you'll be happy with that. As long as it was Europeans practicing Islam, you'll be happy with that. Right?
No, I would not be happy with it.
But
So
what's the
it's-
difference between Christianity and Islam? What's the difference? They're both Abrahamic faiths, both from the Western
There's
areas.
different values. Different.
Break them
different-
down.
Well, for instance, Christian marriage is between strictly a man and a woman. We all know the difference between
that's
I know.
the same
Same in
that's
Islam.
the same
Right,
Islam.
listen, I'm not an expert on these different religions.
Yeah,
but
but
we
you're
all
saying-
know
but you're saying
that
you wouldn't
Islam
want them
and
to be
Christianity.
But you know, by
have
saying
fought wars
by saying that
How
you
many
concede that you don't you've based your view on a lot of things that you have a scarce understanding
That's
about.
very true. I agree with everything you're
Such
saying,
as-
but
such as what?
Such as you
what you're
don't
saying is
know
correct.
the basic, like, could you highlight 5 differences, in core theology, Islamically and Christian?
Not being unable to drink alcohol.
That's
polygamy.
Judaic.
Listen, here's the thing.
It's a Judaic and Christian.
They are-
Wait,
how many wars
it's not
have the
permissible for you
Europeans
to.
fought
It's not. It's not
against- So it's
permissible.
historical.
How many?
No,
Tell
that's
us.
just
Tell us.
one-
Let them tell us how many wars have they fought?
Well, about how many crusades? A few.
How many crusades have there
Was it
been?
4? Was it?
Was there 4?
I'm
A
not.
stretch of 300 years. Yeah.
Listen, I'm not an expert
Yeah.
in all this.
Right. So it was a long-term battle, right?
That's what we're trying to say.
I can make the assumption that Christianity and Islam.
Do
are
Christian nations fight Christian
But What is
nations?
the difference about them?
the people they adopt them mostly.
The what?
The people who've adopted them historically.
What are the differences amongst these people?
One is Middle Eastern people historically have adopted.
So would you
Islam.
consider Andalusia? Would you consider Grenada,
Sorry.
Gibraltar? Would you consider those people,
They're
from
North
Spain to be in
Africa.
Middle East? Huh?
And North Africa.
Forget North Africa. I'm
Yeah,
talking
but
about.
they had conquered up to Spain. I understand that. Yeah.
Right. What I'm
And
talking
Albania.
in Spain, was there a presence of a Muslim army?
I'm not sure about that.
There wasn't.
I know
If there was,
they
they were very
were-
scarce.
They had,
Yeah.
they had progressed up to Spain.
So what I'm talking
and the
about,
reason for the crusade was
the
to
Spanish
push them
people,
up.
did any of the Spanish people embrace Islam?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure.
No, I'm not.
Even
really,
though
I
Islam
don't really
was-
have a problem with Islam, to be honest.
I don't think it's religion, it's race that you're discussing.
He's a race
But
realist.
also
He's
you mentioned
identified.
religion. though.
No,
You
but
said
it
you don't
does.
want
It
them
does
to
seem
be-
like you have a little bit of an issue.
Yeah.
Like,
Here's
that's
the
what.
thing. I actually admire Islam because, like, if you look at them, like, they're women. They don't go out and take drugs or and, like, behave like
Yeah.
prostitutes.
There are
Like,
some do.
they have a lot of children.
Yeah.
Like, they're a cohesive group.
Yeah.
They
Set the
have
values of
strong
race
moral
as well.
convictions, and
Yes.
I just think my people should behave in a similar way. But
They used to.
But
I know they used to.
So,
So
what,
then if
what-
they
so what if they
embrace
adapted
Islam?
those views?
Not Islam, like, because that's not of
What,
our
just
people.
because it's
That is-
Islam, it's the word. You don't
All right.
No, I don't like.
So if you want to, sorry, because historically, yeah. If we want to go back to your systems, yeah, we're gonna go back to worshiping Odin and Thor, yeah.
Right.
We're gonna go back to being druids and witches and
Saturn and
warlocks, and that's what that's your religion's gonna be.
Just so
No,
you know, race
I'm not-
realists are going back to that.
I understand,
You know,
yeah.
But you know this, because I know
Yeah.
you know this. There's a lot this guy knows that you don't know. So everything you're saying...
I wear one of those symbols.
There
on
you
my-
go. So he's Eurocentric, but he's in the true Eurocentric.
Okay.
So
What's the
even
symbol?
Christianity
Make it
at
go
some
back to
point
your
will be a
pagan white
problem.
No, it's not. It's a Germanic symbol.
Yeah.
Is that a Viking
You
symbol?
reject
No,
It's not.
It's Nordic, Viking, all Druids, that kind of stuff. But many of the race realists and European-centric people, they want to disregard Christianity because they're aware that it's
Yeah.
actually Middle East.
I think
I know
that-
you know this. And what the thing is, guys,
It's deep that there's people like this about that, and you need to
what I'm saying is, there should be no offense. This guy is very valuable because
Yeah.
he's telling you away from people how they think.
100%, yeah.
And if people like him, they're proud of.
They should be
conversation.
honest, though, innit? They should
And
come
this
out
is a
and be
good
more
thing.
honest.
This is a good thing. But the thing is, in the past, almost every single European was this way. Yeah, they were proud of that. Many. It's now, it's not politically correct to talk this way. So I give you credit for actually speaking of it because it's very valuable.
Most people have the balls to say.
Yeah.
That's fine, but what we're saying is, it goes against even your own white interest to chuck us out the land. You know
I
what I'm
never
trying to
said
say?
that. I never said I wanted to.
Okay, yeah, that brought me back to a question. So if we were to separate, North America into two, let's cut a line through the middle of USA, and from the middle of the USA up to Alaska.
It wouldn't be in two. It would be like there would be a black homeland, a Native American homeland. Like European
Worry about
homeland.
your people, Us natives, natives and black people, I haven't always been cushy, but we're kind of on better terms than you guys. So I'm saying, just for the sake of an argument, if we split the continent of North America in two, put you guys in the north and us in the south, and we were never allowed to come back, like go over the border unless to conduct business or whatever, maybe not even that, would you be happy with that? Since you would have a homeland that reflects your people.
But you do understand that the people who are race realists wouldn't want
Historically, that's what we've had in America.
Where?
I mean, it was explicitly, until 1965, the only immigrants that could come to America was written down as free white men of good moral character. And that changed in so that's what we had. But then in 1965, it changed to...
So did that white extend to Chinese and Japanese as well?
No, it didn't.
Because were there not Japanese and Chinese indentured servants that came into?
But they weren't explicitly... There's a normative American, which was just American, and that was someone of European descent. Then there was they added the addition of African or Chinese American, so that, meaning that wasn't a normative American.
Right.
But all these laws that were written, for example, the immigration law of free, righteous, right?
It's called the Hart-Celler.
But it didn't reflect the population, though.
It did, actually. It was 90% white, and that...
I understand that, but there was still a minority of black people,
which
had an influence on the politics.
That was a...
So it was not
that's why I
fully
say
white.
Slavery was bad for both people.
Yeah, but my point is that you can't claim at any point that America was bereft of minorities. Minorities always affect the politics.
Do they?
It does.
So
you say 1965, Jim Crow laws is around that time, right? So it did affect the policymakers.
Yeah.
So I personally believe that America has never been the white country. The white pockets in the middle.
I think it was
middle America.
Before
but it was never a white country.
Do you mean it's a white supremacist country? That's correct.
No, it was a homeland where it was a...
Yeah.
It's a white country.
A white supremacist country.
I'm not sure what
Majority
you mean by
white
that.
country.
You need to define that. I need to understand what he's trying to say.
But you're a race realist, so you know what white supremacy is, right?
Well,
the situation
depends.
where
People
of
use it
European.
differently.
Now here's what it is. When I use,
I don't want to go and enslave Africans. So I'm not.
Meaning
because it doesn't benefit you anymore.
No, not because I'm not sure what you mean by white supremacists. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not saying the policies. People of European descent have more privileges than those who have not. Right? That's where you put Europeans of a superior.
Right, fair enough.
So, but that's what it is. Everything else is just candy for us, right? That's what it is, right? And that's what you agree to. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, because if you're
I do believe it's somewhat of a privilege to be white.
But that's something. But you don't understand. Your forefathers, they fought to give you that privilege, didn't they? And you're trying to maintain it. So you understand that other people, they're going to try to change it because they want a bit of privilege themselves, right? Yeah. But what you're doing is you're trying to maintain it.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Now, here's why. Now, this might help you, right? You might have conditioned yourself to see things differently. Many people like yourself, what they do is, they say they have 5 houses. They don't notice that 5 houses is a privilege. What happens is, someone who has no houses wants one of them. But because you're so used to 5 houses, you're pushing back. Hold on, I've had 5, why should I give one away? That's what I'm saying. And the only reason you can do this is because you are actually tribalists. As in, for the European tribe, anything that happens amongst them, they're fine. But anyone else, it doesn't matter. And that's where you're at, right? But that's why we're talking. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You should have your own homeland, and we should have our own homeland.
No, but the only difference is those people with the 5 houses have to then give up that. Do you think your family group is going to want to do that? Be honest.
No, of course not.
There you go. So it'll be up to you to go to talk to them and go, why don't you start giving back some of the wealth?
I wouldn't mind, say, giving people money for their passports, things like that.
No, that's not enough.
How about giving reparations to them for building into the economy?
It has happened before.
I'm saying is that will.
It has happened before.
It's not going to happen to non-Europeans. What you mean? Because
Canada are not going to accept that.
Yeah, Europeans have paid Europeans reparations, but we know they're never going to pay Africans.
But they've paid. Canada recently has paid reparations to the Native Americans. So you can't say it won't happen. You don't know. It depends who's in power. It just happened recently.
Yeah.
No, but if he's a race realist, he understands the dynamic between Africa
Yeah,
and
it's
Europe.
got off the roads because they embrace multiculturalism.
Like this-
Yeah.
But in terms
Let
of
me ask.
It has happened to natives too.
Let me
It does
ask you.
happen.
Let me ask. I've got 3 questions that I'm dying to ask you. Yeah. First, you're an American citizen. Yeah. What part of America do you live in currently? Like when you go back?
Well, my family's from Massachusetts in the northeast.
Okay, so
I have
would
family
be
from
abolitionist
California,
kind
family
of
all
land.
over America.
Okay, cool. All right. Number 2, what are you willing to do for your homeland in order to establish it?
In order to establish it.
Yeah.
Well, this is something that's like far off in the future. Like the first step is basically, Europeans are guilty. Like they don't know who they are. They don't like their history. It's like the first
I think
step,
they know who they are. That's the reason why they're guilty.
Like
but
the first step is like making them proud, to be Europeans, not guilty.
all right.
what is proud to
I'm
be
not-
One more
European?
question, sir.
I'm
Yeah.
not even. I don't really know much about homeland or like people say ethno-states. Like
Yeah.
I don't really know.
What's the
So
third
on that,
question?
now, this I want to touch on that second question again. Is
Yeah.
Well, basically,
are
government
you
policy-
willing to
here's the thing.
fight and lay your life down in order to
Government-
establish?
Government policy has led to where we are today. Government policy can take it to reduce it. To
So
where we
you
are.
would
reparations.
We're not going to pay reparations, mate.
Then you can't.
So you would.
police is
so,
can-
so,
can-
so,
can up to
all right. Another thing is, yeah. Do you think that the black people in South Africa? I don't know if you've paid attention to it, but they're taking the land off the whites
it's a
without
genocide.
reparation.
The beginning of a
A
genocide.
genocide.
It's the beginning.
Look how
of
they
a
genocide
exaggerate
for
when
one,
it's
that's a
them.
genocide
But anyway,
for another.
how do you feel about that? Are they right in taking their land back without giving the people reparations, or do the people, the
Well,
white indigenous
that
people, do
area
they
of
just?
South Africa wasn't actually occupied by anyone.
It was occupied by the people.
There was one, I think.
There were no black people in South Africa.
No, there were, but the people, the government that's taking away land wasn't that people that were there.
That's the
originally.
Columbus syndrome.
there?
So
But here's the thing:
Yeah.
Africa, that area of Africa was barren, right? Look at
it was barren, but the white people magically made it grow.
Look at Australia, right? Australia is an extremely harsh environment,
Yes.
desert, 40 degrees, inhospitable.
You can't even live
the
in the middle of
rejects,
it.
the rejects, the
Inhospitable, but
criminals
people
of
were
England,
living
of
there,
the
though.
European countries,
Countries, yeah.
went over in ships, were forced there, and look what they managed to turn into a first world country, right?
Yeah.
That just shows,
It shows what? It
No,
shows
no,
what?
no,
It
no,
shows
no,
what?
Wait, even that sentiment of first world is something that has been imposed by Europeans.
Listen, here's the
Listen,
thing, you know the
they
information
were
I'm
as
trying to convey here. So
I know what angle you're coming from. I'm just trying to show you that it's very ignorant. When white people talk about it was barren and it wasn't prosperous and we brought prosperity, you have to understand that is from your point of view. It is not an
it
objective thing. Yeah, I would.
Well,
there's no way.
obviously we're gonna have
I
different
would.
points of view.
I would be. Yeah.
we're part of different stories, we're part of different people.
I'm deciding to leave off profanity, yeah. But this makes me want to go back there. But I'm not going to go there. What I'm saying is, yeah, who established that the land was barren and that there were no people there?
There were people there, but there weren't things
But there
like
weren't.
two-story buildings.
Right. So there was like 5 people.
Infrastructure.
So there was like 5 people to however many acres of land, and the white people thought, hold on, that's too many people for that land. Yeah, we need food and we need somewhere to
No,
graze.
my point
So
is
we'll go over and
they-
forcefully take that land off them because we're entitled to it.
Industrialised. That's what you
They created a country
Yeah.
where
On
you
the back
could live
of industrialization, yeah.
Not on the back of industrialization. They,
Well,
they were the,
it was,
reject- they were the
1800s.
criminals.
My,
They were put there as
listen,
criminals.
my last point would be,
There
yeah,
were still
it's-
criminals.
South Africa or
No, I'm talking about Australia. Okay.
my last point would be, it's hypocritical of you, yeah, to support European people going to somebody else's homeland, imposing themselves there,
Don't
yeah,
necessarily
and then when they're getting the stuff taken back off them, to say they've been wronged. The invaders being
How
wronged.
can you say that? How am I going to support my own people being having their?
I'm glad
being.
what he
You
said.
could support.
Can you
No,
see
we're
what
not
he's
talking about
saying?
being murdered.
would-
I solely
here's what I
spoke
think.
about taking back the land.
I
If
think
you
that
love
they
your
should come
people,
back to
you
Europe.
right.
Here's
So
the thing, I think they
right,
should come
that's
back to
fine.
Europe.
I don't have any problem with that.
Yeah.
If you said to them, come back. My point was solely the land and the resource.
They're going to ethnically cleanse them with violence.
You're assuming that based on your own past and history.
It's already
Where's the
started.
proof and the evidence?
How many farm murders? There's been thousands.
Tell me, how many? Do you have any?
There's
Do you have
more-
any
yes.
names? Do you have any names?
Yes. Well,
Would
there's statistics online. You can look it up yourself.
Who conducts these
farm
statistics?
murders. Yes.
Murderers.
African
Who
farm
conducts these
murders.
statistics? How?
There's footage of it.
Oh, there's footage of it.
Yes.
Okay, where can I find it?
You get online, Google, anywhere.
Okay,
Just
we will
look it up.
investigate. We will investigate because I've never heard this before.
And what did they just pass? The South African government expropriation without compensation.
Yes, which is what
What
exactly.
is that? Stealing the land.
No, not stealing the land.
How
It's
are they
taking
gonna
the
do
land
that?
back.
How are they going to
It's
do
taking the land back.
How
There
are
was
they gonna do
actually
that?
by force.
Exactly.
Yeah, by the government.
But what if they resist? Which they will.
If they resist, then they've broken the law.
Exactly.
Yeah, so then they deserve to be punished. They deserve to be punished to the extent of the law. Just as, yeah, if I broke into the Tower of London, claiming that the crown jewels, yeah, were of my historical right, then I would be persecuted to the extent of the full extent of the law. Yeah, and no, I'll be locked up.
Genocide, and it's.
I don't give a shit.
No, bro. Let him come back. Let him come back.
It doesn't matter.
The reason why it's a one-sided argument is because he's talking about a potential genocide, but people of European descent have actually committed many genocides, right? But if you're a race realist, you don't care because that was done for your people, right? Which we accept. Now, I'm going to ask you a question, right? Just say you're from England. And
I care about my people.
Of course you do, and that's why we say this.
Do you have any black friends, sorry? No. Have you ever had any friends of other, and you talk to them about this, you have conversations?
I have in the past.
Who's your people when you say
like European people?
That was my first question.
So let's say there's a forest land, right? And England says, this is our forest land, we like it as forest. If people from Egypt go there and just cut down the trees and go, this is our house, would you accept them as British citizens? Would you say they can stay there? If they go on the boat, go to that part of England that has forest land, cut it down.
I think any blood is more important.
So what's the difference between that and what happened in South Africa?
So there's a superiority thing with the blood then. The English Germanic blood.
So a European is allowed to go to other lands and take barren land.
The point is that's the situation we're in.
Yes.
And obviously I don't.
Yeah, second class.
You know as a European, if an Egyptian came to England and tried to do that, you know they will stop them and take the land back, right? But you don't want others to do the same thing.
You're behind this time.
But what?
You already say your people.
Who's going to try?
They can try. If Roy said Egyptians wanted to come over.
If Egyptians came on the boat, landed on the shore, stopped them,
well, we've been invaded.
Do you know the wickedest thing is he doesn't know his own lineage because he's standing here talking about the blood. For all he knows, he could have Arab blood in him standing right here, but he doesn't know his lineage, so he's talking from an angle of arrogance and ignorance.